Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today so that I can waste the absolute shit out of your time. This video has absolutely no point and is the biggest, most heaping, overwhelming, overpowering, mounding, insurmountable piece of shit
I've ever filmed.
Copy that.
Don't be shy, put some more.
I can't even begin to discuss how eternally sorry I am for the amount of time that I'm gonna waste and gonna take away from your lives. Because this video serves nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There's no lesson, there's no moral, there's no message, there's no theme, there's no archetype. Nothing! Nada, zilch, nothing. Like what's in my brain. Nothing. Itching. Do the hoedown. But this video had to be made. It had to be talked about. I had to get this off of my chest. Do yourself a favor. Put another video on in the background or put on your TV to distract you from the mind-numbing bullshit that I'm about to spew. This story dates back to October 2018. And before any of you get your little panties in a twisty, this is not a story time video. It fits in no category. It's not comedy. It's not story time. It's not how-to. It's not DIY. It's not lifestyle. It's not a vlog. It is nothing. Whitney Houston said, I have nothing. Oh my god, I like snapped. I couldn't even take myself seriously when I said that. God, I'm so itchy. I had originally planned this video over a year ago, a year and a half ago to be exactly, October 2018, that is 18 months ago, a year and a half, 1.5 years. I do have the neck of an elderly ostrich. So back then in October 2018, that was around the time that Apple had come out with this new feature, I think, on their phones, like, or somewhere around that time, where it would tell you the screen time. You know, everybody, you know what I'm talking about. If you have an Apple, if you have an iPhone, you know what I'm talking about. It tells you the screen time, which is the amount of time you spend on each one of your apps in a day, and then it totals the amount of time that you spent. I think I was talking like this, like I had peanut butter in my mouth. Like I'm singing like Baby Rexa. Know me well. I lost my train of thought. So I think back then was around the time that Apple implemented this thing into their phones, this new whatever the fuck. But that little feature jolted me to doing this video because after taking note of how much time I spend on my phone in a day, I wanted to throw up everywhere. Like it utterly disgusted me. It made my intestines churn, my guts were rearranged, and my kidneys were... It just was truly eye-opening. Like my third eye opened. You're a worthless piece of shit. I was spending like 8, 9, 10 hours on my goddamn phone day and night, non-stop. I don't know what I was doing. I had no business being on my phone that much. I knew I didn't have a life. I already knew that in the back of my mind and in the front of my mind and in my cortex and in my corneas and in my ears and in my lips. So I knew that it was probably logical that I was spending that much time on my phone, but it was just so weird to see that number right in my goddamn face, right in front of my corneas. And so that initial thought of like, wow, you're a disgusting human. You don't deserve anything for being on your phone that much. Like, you know, you have the whole world to see. Go out there and live it instead of being on your little phone all the time, doing whatever the fuck. That prompted me to want to lower my screen time. So I established this video idea in my mind. I hammered that shit with a mallet into my thick ass skull and said, listen here, you little bitch. You are going to lower your screen time because that number is appalling. So after pounding the mallet into my skull like so, I wanted to decrease the amount of time I spent on my phone. I made it my life's mission. So in order to achieve that, and so every single day I would take a screenshot at the end of the day, aka the nighttime, to visually see how much time I was spending on my phone in that day. And I made it my goddamn mission to decrease that at the end of the year, to have my average number be overall somewhat lower than it was the previous year. I spent a whole year, 365 days, doing this video every single goddamn night, screenshotting my screen time, archiving into an album, doing the same thing over and over and over on repeat. I spent a whole year doing this video. A whole year went into this video. And at the end of the year, I was prepared to see my screen time be so much lower than what it is, than what it was. I thought in my little dumbass little pea-brain mind that I would lower my screen time just by taking a screenshot of it at the end of the day to remind myself how much time I was spending on my phone and to make that lower than the next day. Let's just say on Sunday, my screen time was 8 hours. On Monday, I was trying to make it like, let's just say at least 7.5, you know, something very manageable to do, you know, like, okay, Reese, like, try not to spend more than 7.5 hours on your phone. Doesn't seem that hard. But somehow, I didn't manage to do that. I would make excuses. I would go, okay, next week we're We're gonna go even harder. We're gonna be on our phone less. We're gonna try to find hobbies because I don't have a hobby, a skill, or a talent, or a passion. I can't even emphasize that even further. I can't drive that home even further. And that repetitive pattern of putting it off for weeks and weeks and weeks turned into months. I was like, oh, okay, it's already January and I see no progress. But you know, let's keep going because we've already invested 3 months of our lives into this video and we gotta make this video a whole 12 months worth of footage. Not footage, content, whatever you call it, progress. You get it. And so time and time again, I tried so hard so that my screen time would go down because I wanted to be on my phone less. I want to not be addicted to this fucking monstrosity. I want to throw that in the ocean, but I need it. I don't know what is wrong with me, why I couldn't even commit to such a thing. But I did commit because I did it for a whole year. Please look at this folder right here of all of the screenshots that I took in the past year from October 2018 to 2019. I have this whole thing of screenshots. I was dedicated to doing it. I set a reminder on my phone to take a screenshot every single night so that I would not fucking forget, so that I could make this goddamn video, make it as good as possible for you guys and decrease my screen time so that I could be on my phone less and enjoying life more. But you know what? Sometimes life doesn't work out. I'm kind of learning that now. And so months and months go by and I'm like, wow, I've made no progress. Wow, I've made no progress. Wow, I've made no motherfucking progress. But I kept doing it because I knew that I had to succeed and I had to do this. But I didn't. I don't know if I've already mentioned this yet. I didn't lower my screen time. I did not accomplish my one goal that I spent a whole year trying to ascertain. Is that the right word? Does ascertain mean obtain? Let's take a look to Google, why don't we?
Dumb shit. Like literally the dumbest person I know.
I can't even properly express how utterly disappointed I was in myself after a whole year, after getting to October 2019 and realizing that my screen time is not only the same, but is higher. I don't get what I'm doing on my phone. I go to school, I have a job. I don't know how I'm finding so much time in the day to be on my phone. I truly I wish that I could sit here and say like, oh my god, I'm like an enlightened person. Being on my phone less has just made me so much of a better person. But no, I can't say that. I can't say jack motherfucking shit because I did not achieve a single solitary goal or even marginally get there in any type of way.
With that being said,
what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know why I wasn't able to just do something as simple as be on a technological device just a little less than the day before. I don't really understand that, but you know, I don't understand a lot of the things that go on in my mind to begin with. When I saw after a whole year and realized that I had made absolutely no progress, I was like, huh, you really are a failure. Like, I really thought, shit, you failed, huh? And it's all your fault. You have nobody else to blame but yourself. I just can't. I just can't. If you made it to this point in the video, then I guess I'm gonna leave you guys with saying that, you know, sometimes your goals don't work out. Sometimes you have a great video idea that you think will be great and that you'll be able to execute. And then not only will you have a good video idea and solid content, but you will also be, why is it darker now? But you will also be a more well-rounded person because you will be on your phone less and experience life more. And, you know, just not be cooped up inside all day staring at your phone, rotting your fucking corneas or whatever, fucking retina, iris, I don't know. Do I look like a scientist or do I look like I know anything about the inner workings of the human eye? I don't. And I also can't see. I don't know if that has to do with anything, but I was just throwing that out there that my eyes suck in the first place. So I wouldn't be an expert in that department either way. I don't even know what I was just saying. But again, if you made it to this point, just know that I tried for a whole year. A whole year I waited to make this video. And before you get to saying, Reese, it is fucking April, not October. October was 6 months ago. Trust me, I know, because you want to know the funny part? I tried to do it again. And you know what happened? Take a wild guess. I didn't. I fucking failed very soon after starting again in October, and I kept failing. Is that a shocker to absolutely anybody? I kept failing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make 2020 my goddamn son, all right? I'm going to pack its lunch, I'm going to do the dishes, I'm gonna take out the trash, I'm gonna mow the goddamn lawn for my son that is 2020. But I kept failing. So after October 2019, shortly after, I tried, I failed, I tried again, I failed, and then I stopped for a bit because then it got to finals season. I was down to the last month of my semester where all of my projects were due and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna focus on this and then I'm gonna enjoy winter break, and then once winter break is over, I'm gonna get the fuck back in line. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't get the fuck back in line. Is that a goddamn shocker. I just don't get what's wrong with me. I'm gonna leave you guys with this message. Be better than me. Be better than your neighborhood Casper the Friendly Ghost, okay? I have like a hair on my mouth. And trust me, I know, given the current climate of the world, that this is probably the least opportune time to lower your screen time and be on your phone less, because that's pretty much all you can do, because you can't go the fuck outside and you can't see anybody else and you can't go out to eat and you can't go to the movies or the beach or anything else in public. You have to stay in your house with all your parents. So please, find something to do. Make art, draw, paint, hydro dip. I don't know why that came to mind, but just do it. Just do it. Do better than me. Actually, I'm not one to be giving advice, considering I failed several times at doing a very simple task. So, you know, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But yeah, I guess that's my advice. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for wasting your time with me. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. I also don't know if I've shouted out this person before, but if I did, I'm not really that sorry about it. So shout out of the video goes out to Miss Joanna Cedia. Thank you so much for all of your high praise. Well, I've done enough talking, I've done enough wasting your time, so that means that this video is terminated.
Hopeless, take it all from inside. It falls lost, then how could I fuck it up? Hey, Polly.
Bye, Sharon and Boo Radleys.